In recent years, the world has witnessed one of the most sweeping military shifts in modern history. Deep inside China's armed forces, a purge so vast and decisive that some analysts call it the largest since the time of Mao Zedong. At its center is Xi Jinping, China's paramount leader who chairs the Central Military Commission (CMC) and holds direct command of the country's 2-million-strong military. What drove this purge? How did it unfold? And what are its implications for China and the world? Here is the story of how Xi Jinping's hand-picked anti-corruption campaign turned into a full-fledged military cleansing. When Xi assumed leadership in 2012, he declared that the People's Liberation Army faced deep-seated problems in politics, ideology, discipline and governance. Corruption, patronage networks, and outdated command structures undermined the PLA's readiness. In 2017, official figures revealed that about 13,000 military personnel had been purged over 5 years. These early efforts laid groundwork, but what followed would be far larger in scale. By mid-2023 and into 2024 to 25, Xi's campaign entered overdrive. Dozens of senior officers from the PLA's highest echelons were removed. Among them, generals, admirals, and officials overseeing China's strategic missile forces. In October, China's defense ministry announced the expulsion of He Weidong, the vice chairman of the CMC and Politburo member, along with 8 other top commanders. These were the first active generals purged from the CMC since the Cultural Revolution. The official charge: seriously violated party discipline, suspected of duty-related crimes involving extremely large sums of money. On the surface, the campaign targets corruption, but analysts say deeper motives are at play. Xi's goal is clear: a capable, loyal military, aligned with his vision of a world-class army. By 2049, the purge serves 3 intertwined objectives: remove corrupt or incompetent commanders whose failures could jeopardize China's ambitions, suppress potential rival factions inside the military, and cement personal control, reorganize key branches, especially the rocket force, navy, and eastern theaters, for high-end warfare. In short, this is about loyalty, readiness, and central power. The purge has rippled through the PLA. At least dozens of high-ranking officers have been removed or investigated. While it signals internal muscle, it also exposes structural weaknesses. Loss of experienced leadership may impair operations and readiness. The environment of fear and loyalty tests could discourage initiative among commanders. Foreign observers note that corruption in procurement has been so severe that some missiles were allegedly stored, unfueled, or improperly maintained. For China's ambitions, especially regarding Taiwan, the South China Sea, and global power projection, stability at the top is vital. For China, the purge is about more than discipline. It is a strategic move. Xi has reasserted the party's control over the gun. The motto, "The party commands the gun," now has heavier meaning than ever. Internationally, the purge sends signals. China is serious about military reform, but it is also vulnerable internally for rivals such as the US, India, or Taiwan. This moment may present both risk and opportunity, a crack in the surface or redoubled threat. The key takeaway: China's rise may not be smooth. Leadership instability could hamper its long-term goals. Behind the headlines are real people. Generals once hailed as heroes, now stripped of rank and status. The removal of He Weidong and others marks the highest-level purge in decades. Many of these men were once part of Xi's own network from Fujian province, yet still became targets. For the thousands of lower-rank officers and personnel, the message is clear: loyalty to Xi matters more than competence alone. The purge echoes earlier, darkest chapters in Chinese history, reminding observers of the stakes inside authoritarian command systems. In less than a decade, Xi Jinping has overseen a purge of the Chinese military, unparalleled in the post-Mao era. This is not simply about corruption. It is about consolidating power, re-engineering the world's largest standing army, and securing China's place on the global stage. But any purge this vast carries risk, loss of experience, internal fear, and opaque decision could undermine the very goals it aims to achieve. In the unfolding era of competition between superpowers, China's internal military overhaul will be watched closely, because when an army is cleansed from within, the external consequences may not be far behind.